Hi, Mary. Come in. How are you feeling now that the final presentation is over?
Hi, Mr. Harrison. Honestly, I'm so relieved. The last few weeks have been one big hustle and bustle. It was so busy and noisy everywhere, with everyone trying to finish their work.
I can imagine that kind of busy activity. You chose a very ambitious project. When you told me your idea, I knew it really broke the mold. That means it was completely new and original, unlike anything done before.
Thank you. When we decided to get the ball rolling, or in other words, to start the project, I was a bit nervous. I was just testing the waters at first, trying it out carefully before committing completely.
And it paid off. You really had to hit the books.
I did. To hit the books just means to study very hard, and I was in the library constantly. I was as busy as a bee, just constantly working. At one point, I got in hot water with the librarian.
In hot water? You mean you got into trouble?
Yes, for misplacing a key source. I really had to face the music, which meant I had to accept the consequences of my actions and apologize.
Well, that issue was just the tip of the iceberg, wasn't it? It was only a small visible part of a much bigger challenge you were facing.
Exactly. And when my first partner quit, that was the last straw. It was the final problem in a series of problems that made me lose my patience. But then I decided to turn over a new leaf and start fresh with a better attitude.
I'm very glad you did. It shows great character. You didn't cut corners at all. You know what that means, right?
Yes, it means I didn't do the work poorly just to save time. I actually tried to go the extra mile, to do more work than was required.
A fantastic attitude. And now, regarding your future, the ball is in your court. This idiom means it's now your turn to make the decision.
That's the big question. My parents want me to go into engineering, but it's not my cup of tea. It's just not something I enjoy.
It's crucial that you and your parents are on the same page, meaning you all have the same understanding or opinion. But you shouldn't just jump on the bandwagon.
You mean I shouldn't do something just because it's popular and everyone else is doing it?
Precisely. You don't want to burn bridges with your family, of course. That's an expression for destroying a relationship in a way that you can't repair it later.
Exactly. My brother does things by the book. He follows the rules perfectly. But we're not like two peas in a pod. We're not very similar at all.
And that's your strength. Explaining your passion to your parents, it's not rocket science. It just means it isn't very difficult or complicated to understand. Remember, the world is your oyster, Mary. You have the freedom and opportunity to do anything you want.
Thank you for saying that. Thinking about it gives me butterflies in my stomach. It's that nervous, fluttery feeling you get when you're anxious.
That's normal. But when you get into a program you love, you'll be over the moon, which means you'll be extremely happy. So, what's the plan now?
I'm going to hit the road with my friend Jane for a short trip. Hit the road is just a casual way to say we're starting our journey.
A well-deserved break. Go and make the most of it. That means to enjoy the opportunity as much as possible.
We will. The lessons from your class will definitely stick in my head, meaning they'll be memorable and hard to forget. Wow, look at the clock. Time flies when you're having a good chat. The time just passes so quickly.
It does indeed. It feels like we've been working against the clock all semester, always in a hurry to finish before a deadline.
Oh, and speaking of Jane, speak of the devil. That's a funny phrase we use when the person we were just talking about shows up or contacts us. She's texting me right now.
Perfect timing. What does she say?
She says she's ready to go at the drop of a hat, which means she's ready to leave instantly without any hesitation.
See, so far so good. An idiom meaning that things have been going well up to this point. Your project is done and a vacation awaits. Finishing that project wasn't so bad after all.
In the end, it was a walk in the park compared to my fears. It turned out to be very easy. I just needed to keep my chin up and stay positive.
That's the spirit. Oh, look outside. It's starting to rain cats and dogs. That's a very old and famous idiom for it's raining very heavily.
Wow, it really is. I guess we should call it a night on our plans. In other words, we'll stop what we were planning to do for the evening and leave tomorrow instead. Thank you again for everything, Mr. Harrison.
You're most welcome, Mary. Remember that great things take time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Be patient with your journey.